Happy Monday, you guys. This is Monday Move, where we enhance our asana. And today we are working with tree pose. So a few misalignments that I want to go over real quick are, a lot of times I find that people can't quite get their foot all the way up to their inner thigh. So it ends up coming down to the inside of their knee because there's a little ledge here that's really easy to hook on. We don't want to do that because when we push into the inside of our knee, that part of our knee joint is not very stable, so that can create injury very easily. The other part is working with our pelvis. So sometimes our standing leg hip, we're not totally engaging, so it's kind of dumping out to the side. We really want to pull that outer hip in to keep a nice strong standing leg. On the other side, the lifted leg that we're going to work with, that hip point can also hike up too. So we want to work on really keeping our two hip points nice and level as we work with tree pose. Okay, so that's going to help stabilize through our hips. That's going to help strengthen our knee joints. And then tree pose is a great lower body strengthener. And depending on what variation you're doing, it can really help open up your chest too. So let's get at it. So let's take our weight into our right foot. Really ground down through all sides of your foot, especially through the inside of the foot. At least in my body, I find if I ground down a little bit more firmly through the inside of my foot, I automatically engage all the way up to my pelvic floor. So, and now I'm going to focus on my outer hip. I'm going to keep that hugged in because that'll help keep engaging my entire standing leg. Now taking my hands to my hips, I'm going to hinge forward and I'm going to externally rotate my leg, even before I try and lift the foot up off the ground. So from here, I'm just going to start with my foot at my calf. Excuse me. So I get my connection here and then I slowly engage my glutes to stand myself back up. I'm still pushing my right outer hip in. I'm keeping my hand on my left hip so I can kind of feel where it is, and a lot of times it's going to hike up. So really start to lower that down, even out your hip points. And I'm really squeezing my left glute to help externally rotate my knee and help to open up my groins. One thing that can happen as you're standing is you can kind of do the sway back. So the booty's going to stick out, and then you lose the connection of your core, which is going to not help you balance. So if you have a posture like this, you got to really focus on scooping your glutes underneath you so you can bring your rib cage on top of your pelvis. See that difference? This posture from this posture. Bring everything in. And then hands come to your heart center. Bring the shoulder blades in towards your spine to broaden your collarbones. And then slowly release. We'll do that one more time on the second side, and I'm going to bring my foot all the way up. So hands start at the hips, turn your right toes out, really ground down through your left foot, and then feel all the way up your midline, all the way up into the pelvic floor. Lift that energetically. Hug the left outer hip in. We're going to hinge forward. This time I'm going to reach down to grab my foot and help it all the way up. Then I'm going to really activate that foot into my inner thigh. And this is where the outer hip engagement in towards the body is going to help me keep this connection to my foot, to my inner thigh. So we kind of want to make a squeezing aspect. So the left outer thigh is squeezing in, and my right foot is squeezing in. So we're kind of, our energies are all coming in towards, there we go, all coming in towards our thigh. The baseline of our thigh, okay? So now I'm really trying to drop this hip, and then I'm really squeezing my right outer hip to keep my knee out to the side. Hands to heart. Another variation is to bring the arms up overhead. Okay, I'm going to slowly lower my foot. And that's tree pose. So again, very many different variations. If you're a beginner, you can always start with keeping your toes on the ground and just working on opening up your hips and getting a nice strong standing leg. As the foot comes higher, the tendency to keep the booty sticking out and a puffing up of the chest is going to happen. So really focus on taking your glutes down the back of your legs so you can stack your rib cage over your pelvis. As you become stronger and the foot can come higher, do not put it to the inside of the knee and really stabilize the pelvis. Think level hip points. All right, guys, that's it for tree pose. If you have any questions, please use the comments section below. You can also reach out to me on my website, katieshleepwellness.com. And you can also find me on Instagram and LinkedIn. Those are pretty much my 3 platforms. So enjoy, have fun, let me know how it goes, and I will see you next Monday. Namaste.